Alright, so welcome back to the channel. Welcome to 10 questions of bikers, bikes, and bards. Here we go with another bard, a story. This is Lewis. You met Lewis once before on our canyon ride. Feel free to check out the canyon ride video. His first canyon ride. Not his very first, but his first proper canyon ride with an instructor, right?
Very informative.
Right. Very informative, right? A good experience, I hope?
Oh, you're underselling yourself.
All right, man.
It was
so
fantastic.
Look, 10 questions for you on why you ride. First question.
Yeah.
It's kind of a two-parter. What was your very first motorcycle experience? How old were you? And who taught you to ride?
So first motorcycle experience was just at a friend's house. He had a little electric off-roader, and his father taught me to ride. The first thing he taught me was how to get on the correct side, because I decided that in my infinite wisdom I was going to try getting over the high side first, and it was a great way to learn humility and starting at square one with a new hobby.
How old were you?
Oh, I was around 11 years old at the
11
time.
years old. Right. And did he teach you to ride?
Yeah, essentially it was really similar to riding a bicycle, just learning throttle, and there were no gears on it because it was electric, so pretty basic stuff. And yeah, we had a great time.
Was it dirt bike style? Or?
Yeah, like a little dirt bike. It looked like a Honda, but it was electric and really didn't have a whole lot of gas to it.
So who knows what it was?
It was forgiving, is what it was.
Probably made in China.
Definitely.
Yeah, okay. All right, question number 2. What was the first motorcycle that you owned?
That'd be this one.
Yeah. This one. This is your first bike?
That's right. It's my first bike. I spent a lot of time doing research on it. I was considering an R3 for a long time before that, but the way things worked out with the motorcycle market and the timing that I was going for, this ended up being a better deal for the money and a better bike for the money altogether.
So that leads nicely into question number 3. What is it, and why did you choose your current motorcycle, this being your first bike?
So it's a KTM RC 390. I chose it because it's very light, curb weight of around 370 pounds. It's very flickable and agile. It's very forgiving with about 40 horsepower, technically considered a beginner bike in Europe, and I'd say here as well. And I'm a beginner, so I didn't want to start with anything too big under my feet, just something that I could get used to comfortably and have some good fun with, not outgrow too fast. It's a great track bike, which I've heard and found out from a lot of research, so I'm itching to get myself onto some closed courses in the future, and I think this is just a wonderful tool for it.
I actually have a good friend who's a motorcycle instructor, and he has one of these, the exact same bike, and it is his dedicated track bike, so it is a great track bike.
Yeah, that's this
So
thing's
good
future.
choice.
Thank you.
All right, so how often do you ride? Question number 4. How often are you on this thing?
Every single day. I ride 7 days a week. I go to work 6 days a week, and it's my commute. I sold my car so that I could have this, and I don't regret it one bit. It's really fun, even in Los Angeles.
So so this is your main
commute.
transport.
Yeah,
This is your transport vehicle.
my only working wheels.
Cool. All right, question number 5. If you could take a long road trip on a motorcycle, where would you go, and who would you take with you?
Hopefully somebody important.
Alive or dead, celebrity, movie star,
You know, I guess it's
significant other.
There you go, all of the above. It depends on who I have access to and who actually wants to spend their time with me for that amount of time. But, you know, assuming I find someone or I don't, I'm still going to make it happen at some point. I really, really, really want to hit Pacific Coast Highway all the way up and all the way back down. There are some specific tracks that I want to race on, like the Nürburgring in Germany. That'd be really fun. It's a little bit more than a road trip, but I'm sure we can sort that out in the future. And yeah, I mean, the Autobahn sounds fun. There's lots of good places to go. It's more about getting there.
Awesome. If you could only own one motorcycle and that bike you had to keep for the rest of your life, what would it be?
If I could only own one motorcycle and that had to be my bike forever, you know what, at this point, even though I haven't ridden it, I might say like the last generation R6. I've heard so many good things about them, and given that it probably won't be coming back in its same form ever again, I think that'd be a really cool collector sort of bike to hold on to. It's middleweight, super sport, and about as good as Yamaha's ever done it, and seems like a really good keeper bike if I had to have one.
Cool. All right. Do you have a favorite motorcycle YouTuber or a YouTube channel that you follow?
It's Brit on a Bike, hands down. Subscribe, like, hit the bell. Make sure you watch all his videos. They're phenomenal. Don't take it from me.
Okay. Do you have a successful YouTube channel or YouTuber that you like?
MotoJitsu, Fort9, MC Rider. There's lots of good ones. The more you look, the more you'll find. And yeah, it's all about, like, in my opinion, motorcycle YouTube has a propensity to make you a safer rider if you choose to take those messages from those videos. But it's all out there. If you care to find it, you'll be safe on the road.
Awesome. Now, I know you're a new rider, but based on the experience that you've got riding, what's the scariest thing that's ever happened to you while riding a motorcycle?
Definitely crossing over the double yellow on accident. It's not fun. It happens.
You're saying going wide in the corner?
That's right, yeah. Happens when you enter a corner too fast and don't get on the brakes smoothly or early enough. It's not the end of the world if you can save it, but it's better not to be there in the first place. And that feeling of being in the red zone, in the no-go, it's not comfortable to have to move into action after that point to save yourself, to prohibit an accident from happening. So best thing to do is just not end up there in the first place.
And build that muscle memory so that you look further, lean more, and push harder on the counter steering.
Adjust your speed before every single turn. Never forget
Slow down
it.
before you come in. Alrighty, question number 9. What's your most favorite thing about motorcycling? Your most favorite thing. What do you love most about it? Why do you do it?
Oh, this is so cheesy. It's the freedom. I mean, in a car or in a plane, you're not really exposed to the elements as much. There's a very real sense of vulnerability on a motorcycle, especially after a near-death experience. Not that I'm saying that you should seek that out. You really absolutely shouldn't. It's that it really does bring out your full focus. There was a comparison in one of your videos about the feeling of riding to like Ritalin or like ADD medication. I'd say there's a very strong point to that because it really does put you in the zone in a way that
It forces you to focus.
it's like a serious meditation. Yeah, very zen and in the truest sense of the word.
Alright, last question for you, sir. What is the best piece of advice you can give new riders?
Bumblebee.
He's fine. Let him be.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good pun. Let him be. He's gone. He loves you.
Don't
What's the
freak out when you get a bee in your helmet.
Yeah.
Keep your cool.
Wear eye protection.
Wear eye protection. Keep it closed.
Getting a bee
Spat.
in your eye when you're on the freeway is not fun.
Adjust your speed before every single turn. Practice, practice, practice. Shut up and practice. Practice some more. It's so important, man. You want to have all those abilities ready to go when you need them, not before or not after. Oop.
Cool.
Bloopers.
Alrighty, sir. Thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
My
Be
pleasure.
safe out there.
I will. Thank you, and you too.